Hi, Joy Olson, Blockbuster Fundraising. Love a good blog, and you can always count on Bloomerang for fresh ideas and great blogs. And last week was no exception. 12 donation appeal ideas for each month of the year. Now, I don't know about you, but I love ideas like this because when you've got your fundraising plan and you're looking at it and you're developing new excitement and new enthusiasm each month, an opportunity like this, an aha moment for a new idea, is absolutely wonderful. Have you ever tried to run a different appeal every month of the year? That would be 12 asks. I think it's a terrific idea. You don't have to be obnoxious about it, but asking more than 2 or 3 times a year is completely acceptable and might be the best way to reach your donors. One particular fundraising job that I had that was a turnaround situation, when I walked in the door, I want to tell you something. I practically was doing 2 asks a month. Really, that was to keep the doors open and to really make payroll. And we made it. We made it. And people said, oh, everybody's going to get so furious. But you know, they didn't. We just made such compelling stories. It was almost like a running story every 2 weeks of how you could help and who you could help and how you can do it. So be open-minded about this and ask yourself, what would 12 asks in a year look like? Okay, well, this is the idea from Bloomerang. January idea. Send a solicitation to anyone who didn't give between October and December of the previous year, but had made a donation during that period sometime in the last 5 years. Well, of course, we call that a lapsed letter in our own terminology. We want to invite them back. We want to ask these donors to support a specific project that you are going to be implementing in the next 6 months. And remember, too, to take those donors, refer to what motivated them to give 16 months ago or 15 months ago, and give them the opportunity to invest in another project like that that's going to do tremendous good. The blog says, remember everyone who donates during this appeal, this January appeal, gets at least 3 updates on this project that you are planning in the next 6 months. So, when you make your goal, when you start the project, you invite them. You invite all the participants to come by and see it in action. And 6 or 12 months into the project, invite them again. So this is a wonderful January opportunity. Okay. Idea for February, a monthly donor ask. Terrific. Monthly donor ask is so important. And at the end of this, I'm going to come back with some really good monthly donor ask ideas for you because it is so important. Okay, well, we're talking about your February idea, but of course it'd be perfect for April, June. Find people who are highly engaged but have typically only given $25 to $50 the past few years. Ask them to commit to 12 months of $10 a month. Isn't that terrific? Can you find an impact that $120 equals in your organization? Of course you can. And you spell out that impact. This is just such a good idea for monthly giving. Okay, we're going to come back to more monthly giving ideas. Let's talk about March. the Bloomerang blog's idea for March. They say, hey, time for March Madness. And we all know that. Do you keep track of where your donors went to college? Well, you can do some great personalization in this March Madness campaign by seeing which local university is playing in the big tournament, who's the best player from that school, and what jersey number that player wears. And if you don't have a great college basketball program nearby, they say that's fine. Pick a local school and do the same thing. So there's your March Madness idea. And probably if you brainstorm this March Madness idea for 2019, you can come up with something that's even more personalized and identifies with your program. But it's a really good idea, so play off it. March Madness. April! Yay! Here we are in April. And the Bloomerang blog says, April is a perfect opportunity for friend raiser time. Ask your 50 most engaged donors to encourage 3 of their friends to donate $25 to $75 each. Look, they say, you just grew your donor pool by 150 new names. Isn't that exciting? 50 engaged donors encourage 3 of their friends. That's just wonderful. So don't forget to invite each one to tour your program and see the impact that they're making with this special friend-raising opportunity. May, and May is coming up. Match time. It's how wonderful. Match time. Maybe you could even do a theme around Mother's Day. Match time. Leverage a few board gifts and do a $10,000 match drive where 3 to 4 of your board members will match the first $10,000 given to support your chosen program for May. Guess what these donors get? You can send them at least 3 updates on the project. And when you make your goal, when you start the project, ask them to come by and see it in action. And 6 to 12 months into the project, you invite them back again. You want to show them the impact, keep them involved, let them know and see these tangible, wonderful things that they are doing. Perfect, right? Okay, how about June? Idea for June, a volunteer ask. Now, a volunteer ask is not always something that organizations do, but it's a great place to find small donations. Ask your volunteers for something meaningful to their position and try to make it recurring revenue. They would immediately see the benefits. That was the idea for June. How about July? July is the idea for July, a program recipient ask. Now this, the Bloomerang blog says, might be the hardest ask to make, but don't discount the people that you are serving. Dignify them with small asks and let them know the impact that they can make with $1 or $2 a month. They will feel good from donating. Their money will help your organization. August, a lapsed donor campaign. Perfect. It's a lapsed donor campaign that focuses on anyone who gave in the last 3 years but didn't give in the past year. You want to get to them before other organizations start their year-end blitz, right? So they suggest that you make this this idea a 3-pronged ask for August, September, and October. As people donate, of course, you remove them from your list. And don't expect, they say, much more than a 2% response rate on this ask, and that's probably because some of these people haven't been there for 3 years. But make sure that you have some special thank yous, and of course for all these ideas, that you have a stewardship plan, a welcome back plan for your donors, if you're lapsed donors that come back. And also, once again, make sure that your board is available to make some calls. Thank them, invite them back, and thank them for coming back. Okay, September. Here's a great idea for September. Run an upgrade campaign where you look for those donors. Here you go. You look for donors who gave between $250 and $500 last giving season. This is your time to ask them for an upgrade. This is so important to do. So tack on 10% and remind them that they can always do a recurring gift to spread the love over the course of the next year. That's September. Now, October. Hey, what wish list items do you have left for the year that need to be donated? Make sure that if you're receiving these items, you have a strong stewardship campaign around how they were used and how the donors helped. Perfect idea for October. And November. Of course, November is huge. This is your normal year, end of the year ask, where you focus on anyone who's donated in the year-end campaigns over the past 5 years. How important is this? Super important. So you want to make sure that your thank you, your stewardship campaign for these donors is so spot on that you make sure that they come back and donate again next year. Make them feel so good about what you're accomplishing together. And December. December might seem a long ways away, but as a fundraiser, you know it isn't. I mean, we're already into the second quarter of the year. And December, of course, is your typical last-minute ask for anyone who's donated in the past 5 years, but not yet since October 1st. And December is a wonderful time to, even if they've donated, to send out a holiday greeting of gratitude and excitement about what you've done together. And it's amazing how many people will give you that extra little boost of help at your end. Just got to be out there asking, because other people are too. So you're giving them an opportunity to share the love, to move the mission forward. And of course, your thank you plan, your stewardship campaign for these donors has to be wonderful, well thought out, immediate, 48 hours. Have that gratitude thank you out there. Give them some year-end calls, because you want your donors to stick with you and come back again next year, right? So that is the idea from the Bloomerang blog on 12 ideas for the 12 months of the year. I wanted to go back to the monthly asks because they are just so important. And one statistic that is absolutely amazing is that a 10% improvement in your donor retention rate can make a 200% donor lifetime value improvement. That's amazing. Make monthly giving a very important part of your program. When you get your donors to a monthly giving level commitment, I tell you, it makes a huge difference in donor retention and lifetime value of a donor. The average donor retention rate is only 46%. That's why monthly giving, it just improves. It takes monthly giving, their retention rate is 90%. That is just huge. To go from 46% to 90%, Wow. And guess what else? Monthly donors stay 5 to 7 years and sometimes longer. Because our donors, most of them, they're a gift. So you want to treasure them, and you want to, I would honestly say, don't just have monthly giving as a 1-month goal. Have your monthly giving program as a part of each and every month. How are you doing with monthly giving? What have you done about it? Is it in your newsletter? Is it in your emails? Make it a focus of each and every month. Okay, so monthly giving, the statistics are it raises a lot more money. Monthly donors give more annually. And get this, 1 in 7 of monthly donors remembers the organization in their will. Wow, that's amazing. And another big plus on the other end of the age spectrum is that small monthly gifts attract more young donors. How perfect is that? So this is a lot of reasons to concentrate 12 months of the year, some time and focus on monthly gifts. The average monthly recurring gift is $52. $52 a month. That's, of course, $624 a year. That's significant. Who are the typical monthly donors? Well, they're loyal donors, and they're older donors on fixed income, and they're younger donors who can't afford to give each month. So it covers a lot of spectrum. So you're probably asking yourself, well, this sounds wonderful, but how should we recruit for more monthly donors? On your mail reply forms, make monthly giving an attractive, focused option. Make it appeal to them. It's easy for them. It's important for the cause. And on your online donation forms, be focused on monthly giving. Make that one of the first options. Make it attractive. Think, I'm giving 2 or 3 times a year. Why didn't I just do $10 monthly? Make that a thought-provoking, interesting idea for them. Another way to recruit monthly donors is a flyer or an inset in all of your thank you letters. Really, it's very important. And I think a couple of times a year, do a special mailing. Maybe segment your list out to some of your loyal donors who are giving 2 or 3 times a year. Suggest that to them, and maybe say, we noticed that you're giving $300 a year in 4 gifts. Would you consider the $35 or $40 a month monthly gift, because we could do this together? And of course you spell out the tangible benefits of that. So special mailings are a very good opportunity to create monthly donors. And another great idea would be a special phone campaign. So there are some recruiting ideas. The recruiting messaging, 2 things here. Help your donors visualize the impact of their monthly gift. Help them. Show them visually what it's going to do. And secondly, quantify the impact to show the difference that their gift makes. I'm going to put up a little graphic here, an infographic example, but do $5 a month. It can outfit a volunteer with something they need. $10 a month. It can give management training for a volunteer. $25 a month, $50 a month, $100 a month. You spell out the benefits for those donors that you are recruiting. So once again, before we leave this monthly giving opportunity, who should you recruit? Ready? Smaller donors who have given 4 or more gifts in 12 months. All right? They respond to your emails, to your letters, to your newsletter, or possibly one of their in honor of or in memory of gifts. Those are perfect opportunities. Your smaller donors who've given 4 or more gifts in the last 12 months. Who should you recruit? New and renewing donors who give $25 and more. And, believe it or not, who should you recruit? Those who have just given a gift. Perfect. Give them that opportunity to make a beautiful impact. Of course, after you show them the gratitude that they deserve for making that gift. So, some things that you'll need to think through when you brainstorm this or incorporate into your plan is how often are you going to ask your donors to become monthly donors? And how long before a new donor is asked to become a monthly donor? The experts say sooner than better. New donor, ask them right away because they're really excited about your cause. They're there. So make this available, this investment opportunity. They're there to help. Show them how they can really help even more and be so appreciated. You if you have benefits, monthly benefit programs, you want to really make those benefits very clear. What can they expect? And then, of course, follow through. And then you also want to have a contact person. A monthly donor sometimes doesn't want to hear from you really often, or sometimes do. But if there's a problem, or if they have a question, or if they want to lower that monthly gift or up that monthly gift, who do they contact? That's very important. All right. Well, I just thought that this would be a perfect opportunity. I love the 12 ideas, the 12 asks. And as we're starting the second quarter, to reinforce the idea that monthly giving is so strategically important. So don't forget it. Stay the course. Keep focused and stay inspired. And of course, that's what Blockbuster Fundraising is all about. We try to present each and every week, sometimes daily, the best ideas out there to inspire you to fundraising greatness. JoyOlsonGroup.com and BlockbusterFundraising.com, where you can find us. And we have over 300 free fundraising videos on our YouTube channel. We go live every Tuesday, 1 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. Thank you and hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.